I first met Hand of the Coals of God, Enoch Olinga, in 1976 in the American Virgin Islands. I had been reading day and night Baha'u'llah's words, Abdu'l-Baha's words, so many of concepts of which I'd have to look up in the dictionary. One concept of which was radiant acquiescence, that I understood hands of the cause of God were endowed spiritually with great spiritual knowledge, spiritual energy, and I thought, this is a great chance for me to ask this hand of the cause of God, say something about radiant acquiescence, which he did after first rolling his eyes to the heavens saying, you gotta help me with this one. But he told a story, which I'll convey the essence here, that he had been at a public meeting, had talked about the Baha'i faith, the media, the press had been there, and a good time had been held by all but this one representative of the press who came toward him with great anger and agitation. He was furious about everything he'd heard, and Mr. Olinga said, I felt myself getting upset. This guy was right in my face and just so upset. So I realized at that moment, this is an angel that God has sent to me to test me. This is an angel. This man is an angel to test me. He said, I immediately recognized him as a gift to test me, and I started beaming with joy. He said, I was so happy. I reached out and gave him a wonderful warm hug. He said the rest of the evening he was so puzzled. He would just look at me and his mouth would be open, his eyes, but he was silent the rest of the evening. I was very happy, and I think that's the story I can tell you about radiant acquiescence.
During the time he was there, he also gave a talk at one of the large hotels. One of the final questions that came from the audience, I'll always remember because my background in communications. The question was, what's the most important thing in the family relationship? And he said, communication, communication, communication. And he just indicated that if you don't have good communication in a relationship, you won't have unity. And obviously that means come together with consultation at all times.